Sometimes I think to myself, I'm never gonna change. Everything hurts. My back hurts. My shins hurt.
Oh! Don't move me too hard. 1, 2, 3. There we go.
Can you imagine feeling trapped inside your own body every single day? That's Amber's reality. Her weight has turned her into a prisoner, locked down by flesh and addiction. She doesn't want this life, doesn't want to carry the shame, but she can't stop. Every step, every breath is harder than the last. She hates what she sees, but hate doesn't cancel hunger. The cravings keep dragging her back, and the body she despises becomes her cage. She's alive, but she isn't living. She's surviving in a shell that's crushing her spirit.
Sometimes I feel so hopeless, and I think that maybe it's not worth it. Maybe it would have been better if I had never been born.
When someone starts talking like Amber does, you know they've been pushed past their limit. She's not just uncomfortable, she's broken down by food itself. Every bite has become both comfort and curse. She knows she's in trouble, but her relationship with food doesn't loosen its grip. It has her backed into a corner, and she lashes out with words of despair. This isn't just overeating. This is addiction showing its ugliest face, where even wanting help feels useless against the pull of the plate.
I can't stand for more than 30 minutes, so most of my food is cooked for me by my family members. I probably eat 4 or 5 times a day. I can't face the reality of how many calories I eat, so I just don't keep track at all.
Amber admits it openly. She doesn't even look forward to meals with joy anymore. It's not excitement, it's desperation. She's begging for food, powerless against the urge. That's the saddest part. It's not about enjoyment, it's about survival twisted into dependency. You can see it in her eyes. She's ashamed, but trapped. Every morning starts the same: hunger, feeding, guilt, and still she repeats it. The desperation has hollowed her out, making her weaker, but she keeps eating anyway. That's how addiction wins.
And it's helping me avoid reality. I have a lot of anxiety and I don't like it. And I am at peace while I eat. I don't have to think about the way I let those around me down if I'm eating.
For Amber, food is a drug. It's her escape, her medicine, and her curse all rolled into one. Anxiety gnaws at her constantly, so she eats to calm herself. But the cruel twist? The more she eats, the more anxious she feels. The cycle never ends. Food promises relief, but only delivers more chains. She's stuck in a feedback loop of hunger, panic, and regret. It's destroying her body and her mind. And despite knowing it, she keeps reaching for another bite, over and over again.
So hard so many times to not eat the way I eat, but it still happens, and it just keeps happening, and I can't stop myself. I could be stuffed sick, and I would still want to eat something if it was put in front of me.
The situation has gotten so bad that Amber finally decides she needs real medical help. She can't keep living this way, so she makes the call to see Dr. Now. But before he can even start with her, the scale has to tell the truth. That's the moment every patient dreads. The raw number that wipes away excuses. It's the kind of test that doesn't care about feelings, only facts. And for Amber, those numbers will be brutal, because deep down, she already knows.
What if he says he can't help me?
Miss Rushdie?
What if he does and I fail? I have a lot of anxiety and fear about this. I am mortified. I really wish this wasn't true. I wish this wasn't my weight.
657 pounds. That's Amber's weight. Seeing it out loud is crushing. At her height, it's catastrophic. Dr. Now warns her straight. Keep this up and she'll be bedbound in a few months. Her independence is hanging by a thread. She pretends to be shocked, but the truth is obvious. This didn't happen overnight. That number is the result of years of overeating and enabling. Amber might act surprised, but Dr. Now sees it for what it is: reality catching up.
Your biggest challenge with your eating habit?
I overeat anytime I know what's good for me, but I eat too much.
You just don't get full.
I never get full.
If you snack, what do you snack on it?
Anything you can find that's easy to get at.
Yeah, I like ice cream. I like anything.
Dr. Now doesn't waste time. He points out the real problem: her parents. They're enabling her, helping her sustain habits that are killing her. He makes it clear, nothing changes until that dynamic changes. If they keep bringing her food, she'll never escape. It's a harsh truth, but one she needs to hear. For Amber, this isn't just about dieting. It's about breaking free from the people who love her, but are also destroying her with every yes they give her.
This is a bad situation. Amber is surrounded by enabler with her family. She has to be willing to make changes that she needs. I want to see some weight loss from her before I even consider her for any kind of surgery.
The goal is set, 20 pounds in 1 month. That's it. Not impossible, not unfair. Just proof she can control herself enough to make surgery worth the risk. It's the most straightforward test she'll ever get. Amber has to prove she wants this. Prove she's serious. No more excuses, no more half efforts. The scale is waiting, and Dr. Now will judge only by the number it shows. It's her shot to earn surgery, but also her chance to show she's ready to fight.
And I have to make the change now if the doctor's going to keep helping me make the change. I know I can do it. I went ahead and I cooked myself dinner tonight.
Amber starts putting in the work. You can see she's trying, but effort only matters if the results follow. And in this program, results mean the scale. She steps up and it's the moment of truth. Has all her talk translated into progress, or is she still feeding herself excuses? The silence before the number flashes says everything. Amber looks nervous, and she should be, because for Dr. Now, it's black and white. Progress means hope. Failure means she's wasting time.
Rowdy went ahead and got fast food. I have to kind of learn to overcome temptation, so it was good practice. For the first time, I'm eating healthy and in lesser portions.
The number isn't perfect, but it's something. Amber didn't hit the full 20 pounds, but she lost enough to show she's working. More than that, she's walking farther than before. 4 times the distance she used to. That's massive. Progress isn't just about pounds, it's about movement, stamina, and proving she's not giving up. And because of this progress, Dr. Now approves her for surgery. It's not a flawless victory, but it's enough to show she's serious about saving her life.
To see that she's willing and able to make changes to be successful with the bypass surgery. Everything seems like going in the right direction. You have lost enough weight and you're ready for surgery.
The surgery goes well. Against the odds, Amber pulls through. By month 9, she's lost 145 pounds. That's transformation in motion. She can even drive herself now, something impossible before. That independence is life-changing. She's no longer just existing inside her house. She's tasting freedom again, and with that freedom comes joy. Something as simple as going clothes shopping becomes a milestone worth celebrating. It's proof that change is possible, and for Amber, it's the first glimpse of a real future.
Find something cute, but it's a few sizes too small, or most of the selection is geared towards older women. Black. Houndstooth. I'm really surprised. Some of the smaller sizes that I haven't seen in years can fit, and that's really fun.
Amber's story turns upward. After years of shame, pain, and food controlling her every move, she finally has her life back. The weight loss surgery worked because she did her part too. She's driving, moving, living. It's not a miracle. It's the reward for fighting back against the addiction that almost killed her. From here, it can only get better. She has the chance to live fully, to experience life without chains. For Amber, this is more than weight loss. It's redemption.
Because I've let my weight get so out of control that I'm barely functioning, and it's getting harder and worse every single day. And I know I'm very close to becoming better. So at this point, I wish my life was just a nightmare.
Samantha is just 35 years old, but she weighs close to 1,000 pounds. That's not just heavy, that's body-crushing, life-ending weight. She admits her life is hell, and no one knows it better than she does. Every breath, every movement is work. At her age, most people are building careers, raising families, living. Samantha is fighting just to stay alive for another day. She's trapped, and she knows it. At nearly 1,000 pounds, death isn't a maybe, it's a countdown.
Try and bathe myself. I'm already exhausted and hurting, with barely an ounce of energy left to clean myself. It's been a long time since I could stand in the shower, like 12 years. And it's getting so hard to keep clean.
Her life is a complete disaster now. Living alone means she can't even do basic things like bathe regularly. The smell of her room proves it, stench that no amount of cleaning can hide. That's her world, isolation and filth. But here's the twist. While she can't find energy to shower, she always has energy for food. Food is the one thing she never says no to. That imbalance shows where her priorities have gone. Survival takes a back seat. Addiction drives the car.
No matter how much I eat, it's never enough. And there are days where I ask myself how I ended up here. And I know it's because food has always been the most important thing in my life.
Just watching her eat tells you everything. The struggle to reach the food is exhausting, but she pushes through it anyway. Why? Because food isn't just a habit, it's her purpose. She treats it like a soulmate, the only thing she can count on to never leave her. What wouldn't someone do for their soulmate? She risks pain, risks humiliation, risks her very life, all for another bite. It's love twisted into destruction, and she doesn't even try to hide it.
Samantha's lifestyle, it's such a trial for Isabella. It's been one bad decision after another. And I finally realized about 3 years ago, when somebody's not motivated to help themselves, you can knock yourself out trying to help them, that you're not going to get anywhere with it. So I can't do it anymore.
Her condition has reached the point where even her mother has given up. They say Samantha isn't motivated, that she doesn't want to help herself. And maybe that's true, but Samantha insists she can turn it around. She says she's not hopeless, yet actions speak louder than words. Instead of fighting, she collapses onto her couch, sprawled out in exhaustion and depression. That image, lifeless, drained, crushed by her own body, says more than her words ever could. It's rock bottom on display.
I hate food now, I just hate it. But I'm gigantic. It just says in my house. Bodies don't want to be 800 pounds. And most bodies die. They just suffer every minute. Everything is uncomfortable all the time.
Samantha's health issues finally force a turning point. Kidney stones land her in the hospital, and she's in so much pain she needs an ambulance to get there. But even then, her size betrays her. She's too heavy for surgery. The doctors send her home with drugs because her body can't handle an operation. Think about that. Too big to be treated. She goes back again, desperate, and finally calls Dr. Now. That call is her last hope, but also her last warning.
After they ran all their testing, the good news was my body wasn't breaking down or anything that I was afraid of at that time. But I still have so many health issues related to my weight, so they haven't felt like it's been safe to send me home.
The number is jaw-dropping, 940 pounds. Samantha is one of the heaviest patients Dr. Now has ever seen. At that size, her body is beyond fragile, yet she still acts like food is harmless. Dr. Now doesn't sugarcoat it. His advice is brutally simple: stop eating or die. That's it. It's not about small tweaks, it's about survival. The number on the scale doesn't lie, and at 940 pounds, Samantha doesn't have room for games. Every bite is another gamble with death.
As of this morning, it was 940.
So in a month and a half, you put on almost another 150 pounds?
Yeah.
So you realize that your weight is getting to a very dangerous point right now, and you're running out of time.
Even with the warnings, Samantha slips right back into her old habits. She sneaks food like a teenager hiding candy, as if Dr. Now won't notice. He calls it out instantly. Sneaking food is sabotage, and sabotage at her size is suicide. She laughs it off, but he doesn't. He tells her the ugly truth. She doesn't need another bite. She probably needs to starve just to survive. Harsh? Yes, but when you're nearly 1,000 pounds, there's no sugarcoating left.
Probably eating the food that belonged for next 4 years ahead of time. What do you mean you're gonna stop? Okay? So next 4 years, if you don't eat anything, you're gonna come even. You follow that?
Yeah. That's a good way to look at it.
Samantha laughs nervously, but Dr. Now is dead serious. At her size, starving might actually be healthier than eating more. He lays out the plan anyway, a clear weight loss goal. Follow it, and she gets her shot at surgery. Ignore it, and she doesn't. It's that simple. For her, this is the dividing line: life or death, commitment or excuses. But even with the clearest instructions, the real question lingers. Will she take it seriously this time?
Delivery, please.
Do I have your order?
I would like chicken strip, 4 orders of street corn, just house barbecue flavor ribs, mushroom Swiss burger, fries, strawberry lemonade, and then a molten chocolate lava cake.
The answer seems obvious. Samantha doesn't change. The plates stay big, the food keeps coming, and her habits don't shift. Dr. Now's words bounce off her, and she continues as if none of it matters. It's maddening to watch. She does what she wants, when she wants, and how she wants, ignoring the fact that her life is slipping away. At this point, it's less about ignorance and more about defiance. She's choosing food over and over instead of choosing life.
Start psych therapy this month. So I've done some stuff with PT. I called them and I've been doing that 1 to 2 times a week. And I've just focused on my physical progress because I feel like I needed to give that my all, since I've got such a big goal to hit by this month.
Despite cheat days, despite failure after failure, Samantha convinces herself she's making progress. She claims she's lost close to 250 pounds, but the scale destroys her fantasy. At the hospital, she weighs in at 974 pounds, almost 1,000. The delusion is staggering. Then COVID hits, trapping her in the hospital on a controlled diet. Ironically, it saves her. She finally gets gastric sleeve surgery and drops to 476 pounds. A miracle by numbers, but the mental battle isn't over.
Saying it's not going to be as bad as you think, it's not going to be as bad. but it's even harder than I thought it was gonna be. Food makes me happy. The happy me is gone. I just feel incredibly sad.
Here's the tragic truth. Even after shedding nearly 500 pounds, Samantha's depression doesn't lift. She's thinner, but still broken inside. That's the dark side of weight loss surgery. It can change the body, but not always the mind. Without fixing the addiction in her head, the pounds don't mean peace. You can see it, the sadness, the emptiness. She might lose weight, but will she keep it off? That's the haunting question. Surgery gave her a chance, but it didn't cure her pain.
Every day of my life, pretty much the same. Wake up and eat. And I try to keep eating for as long as I can because it's what I live for and it's all I want to do. And I can't start my day until I've had something.
JT doesn't wake up like everyone else. There's no bathroom, no brushing his teeth, no easing into the day. He wakes up and heads straight for food. 2 large pizzas gone before he even gets moving. That's his morning routine. Addiction from the second his eyes open. It's not hunger, it's compulsion. He's chained to the cycle and it's killing him fast. Food controls every breath, every choice, every moment. And the scariest part, it's only getting worse from here.
Even when it feels like it's too much for my body to hold. When I'm done eating, sometimes I feel miserable just because I'm so full that I can't move. But it doesn't matter how full I feel. A few minutes pass, I'm hungry again and I'm ready for my next meal.
JT can't even get out of bed anymore. His world has shrunk to 4 walls, sheets, and the stench of neglect. When he does get up, it's not to live, it's just to clean himself. And even that happens once a week. Once a week! Imagine the filth, the smell, the rot. That's not living, that's rotting in real time. His bed has become a cage, and every pound he carries makes the bars tighter. He knows it, but still won't stop eating.
I can barely get in the bathroom and sit on the toilet. And if I get any bigger, I won't be able to. And I'm scared of what I'm gonna do when it gets to that point. I can't take a shower in a normal tub. I have to have a stand-in shower because it would be just impossible for me to lift my left leg.
JT is shackled to his own body. His life is miserable, and it's all because of his weight. He admits he'll be bedridden soon, and he's right. You can see it in the way he moves. Every step is slower, weaker, heavier. Yet instead of fighting, he runs back to the only love he trusts: food, pizza, burgers, whatever it takes to keep the cravings quiet. It's a sad routine, knowing the pain food causes, yet still treating it like salvation.
I get my own food is that I can make as much as I want, and I always want a lot. My portion sizes are very large. We get large serving sizes of things, and I'll just make the whole thing. You know, the whole can of biscuits and all the sausage patties. I'll eat it all, and I won't stop until it's all gone.
This isn't living, it's self-destruction in slow motion. JT's body is breaking down, and even he admits it's insane. Still, he says he wants to change. He books an appointment with Dr. Now, hoping for help. But before he can even see the doctor, the truth has to come out. He steps on the scale, ready to face the damage. That's the moment denial dies. The number doesn't care about excuses. It only shows what years of overeating have done.
I can't believe that. I'm like 8 pounds away from being 900. It feels like a mistake because I never even imagined that I could get this big. So I'm terrified right now because I know I can't go on for much longer at this weight.
892 pounds. That's JT's weight, just 8 pounds shy of 900. That number is terrifying. It's a death sentence waiting to happen. His body can't keep this up much longer. Every organ is screaming. Every step is borrowed time. How can one man carry nearly half a ton and still function? Dr. Now makes it clear. He can't, not for much longer. At that size, the margin for error is gone. One slip, one complication, and it's over. Time is running out.
Severe lymphedema. So I'm surprised you're still even mobile at this point. And this has been going on for how long?
I was diagnosed with lymphedema in 2008.
So you have had that for over a decade. Gradually it's getting worse, right?
Yes.
Dr. Now doesn't waste time. He puts JT on a 1,200 calorie diet and sets the goal: lose 150 pounds before the next appointment. Simple and brutal. But before the plan even starts, the real issue shows up. JT's enabler, his girlfriend, the one who brings him food, gets into a fight with him. The relationship drama collides with the weight loss journey. And here's the truth. Most patients use stress as an excuse to eat more. Will JT do the same?
Just sit here and constantly fight. That's what you want to do for the next year?
No. I feel like he just needs me around just to help him, not to be like in a relationship. He gets mad whenever I cry or want to talk about things because he doesn't want to talk about them.
Losing weight while fighting at home is tough. For most people in JT's position, that fight would mean another binge, another excuse to shovel food down. But the question is whether JT uses it as motivation or as another crutch. He's at the breaking point, and every decision matters. Dr. Now doesn't care about excuses, doesn't care about drama. The only thing that matters is the number on the scale. Can JT prove he's stronger than his cravings this time?
But in the month we had him here, on a 1,200 calorie a day controlled diet, we have gotten him to lose 126 pounds to get him down to 758.
JT does lose weight, but only because he's forced into a controlled environment in the hospital. Let's be real. If he was left on his own, nothing would have changed. Dr. Now knows it too, which is why he sends JT to rehab next. The test is clear. Can he lose weight without being watched? Can he fight his addiction when no one's holding him accountable? It's the ultimate challenge, and for JT, the excuses are always lurking nearby.
748, huh?
Actually, I did lose weight. I haven't gained any weight since I've been here.
You know, when you're 700 pounds, if you stick with the 1,200 calorie diet, how much you're gonna lose a month?
I have no idea.
100 pounds.
Yeah, I did that last month like you said.
You should have done it again.
That's just according to you.
Back at it, JT leans on excuses again. He says the diet is too hard, says he just can't do it. But Dr. Now isn't fooled. He's heard every excuse in the book, and none of them matter. The truth is simple. JT's lazy. He doesn't want to push himself. Dr. Now gives him one final chance to prove otherwise. One last shot before the program ends. And the question is clear. Will JT step up or will he sink?
Down to 671. And I needed to lose 75 pounds by today. So if I did, I'll be under 596. That's a little disappointing. I'm happy I'm losing, but I worked really hard. So I expected that number to be lower.
This time, JT finally shows some fight. He puts in effort, pushes harder, and makes progress. It's not the dramatic success Dr. Now wanted, but it's enough to prove he's capable of sticking with it. For once, his improvement feels real. The numbers aren't perfect, but they're proof he isn't giving up completely. Now the choice lies with Dr. Now. Is this progress strong enough to trust JT with surgery, or is it just another temporary win before another slide?
But not quite there yet. Overall, you're down just over 270 pounds.
Yes.
So, can you tell any difference?
A little bit, yeah. Move around a lot more.
Okay, so here's the deal. You didn't hit your goal.
I know.
But you showed me now for me to see that you're trying to do what you need.
And just like that, JT gets approved. He gets his surgery. By the end of the year, he's down over 400 pounds from where he started. Almost half his body gone. From nearly 900 pounds to something survivable. It's not just numbers on a scale, it's a second chance at life. After years of excuses, fights, and failures, JT finally took the step he needed. Surgery doesn't cure addiction, but it gave him the opening. And for JT, that opening saved his life.